let me turn this down for that mute us instantly.
Wi-Fi in here, man.
Ken's home.
Yeah, here you go. Let me let you go ahead. Bless.
Because I'm live, so I can't say my telephone number. Because it's my telephone number. You need the Wi-Fi too, Diamond?
Yes, please.
Where you want me to sit?
So we're going to have y'all in the middle of us. You're going to be on the outside.
I got to put that microphone clip on me or something.
You ain't blessed damn fire. Who was that?
That's you. I thought that was you.
No.
No, she said Ken's home.
I'm like, wait a minute. You definitely ain't finna connect to that one.
I'm sorry.
Jeez,
I'm just fat.
You said we live now?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Y'all live right now?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know, we
7
be starting
o'clock.
early, you know.
Damn.
We just be turning it on.
Just turn it on while people, so people can start coming in.
Cut my thing.
Oh yeah, let me get the microphones.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know how to do this.
This is good.
Okay, Sequoia.
Yes.
Yeah, you gained some weight, Sequoia.
Did I?
Dang.
Still the same
We
size
are
as the day.
alive, you know, like you saying that.
It's a
Is
joke,
the light
dude.
supposed to stay on?
I thought the light is gonna stay on, but I think, like still,
Yeah.
because I'm thinking it's supposed to be still.
Well, ain't gained no weight since damn matter.
I did, and then I lost it again and again. It's over and over.
Same size.
Testing. Well, it's working.
But mine ain't even blinking. How you know it's working?
Oh, I hit do it. Did you do it? Did you hold it?
Yeah. I said, but how you know it's working?
Oh, it's on. It's blinking.
No,
It
it's
was.
just blinking, but it just keeps going off. So.
Oh, what I heard myself. I thought.
Oh, shit, that's crooked. Hey, y'all. Okay, we might have to
If
just.
yours don't, I'm about to say we could just go without them. It's fine.
We're gonna have to because sorry, Derrius. We having technical difficulties with the mics. Y'all gonna have to project.
I gotta talk up. I talk for a living anyway. So.
Yes, so we just gonna have to project. We're gonna have to
Come
just
on, guys.
reestablish our microphones. I was about to sit on your lap. I definitely was. Here, you want your lemonade?
Thank you. Did you want hers?
Okay.
Just let it sit right here.
Okay.
When it get hot, I'll be alright.
All right, y'all. Well, you want me? Cause I can hold it.
Yeah,
until
you
you-
put it back. Yeah,
Okay,
thank
until
you.
you ready for it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, guys. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're going to get started. Welcome back. Wine and Grow. Season 8. Millennial Love is the theme this season. We have our first couple with us. Married. We got Derrius. We got Dyamond Warren. They're here to bless us with their journey. So I'm Ken.
I'm Kay.
She's Kay. I'm Ken, and this is Wine and Grow. We wine when we grow, and when we grow, we need wine. So welcome back, y'all. Season 8. We just celebrated our 4-year anniversary. Shout out to the gang. It was amazing. Recap video coming very soon. So as I mentioned a little bit, so this season on season 8, we are going to be featuring some of our favorite couples. Some of y'all may recognize Derrius. He was on the finale of season 7. He was on the finale. Did a phenomenal job. So this time we brought back him and his wife to add some knowledge to you guys in regards to love and relationships. So we want to get started with actually an icebreaker game.
Okay.
So just to, even though y'all said y'all ain't nervous, I'm like, what's good? What's up? I'm ready. She like, I ain't nervous. We like, okay. So So I'm gonna tell y'all the objective of the game.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I guess we
It
can
don't matter
have.
which one you choose. It don't matter.
You want blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this game, right? We're gonna ask a question. I guess Derrius. We can do Derrius first, and we'll
Ladies first.
No, I mean like you're gonna have to answer
Oh,
for
okay,
her.
okay.
So right, so this is the thing. We're gonna ask the question. You have to guess her answer. Both of y'all are gonna write the answer down. You're gonna show, and we're gonna see if you got it right.
Okay.
So you just
Oh, you wrote it on the back for all of them. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I write down my answer too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
But don't let him see your board.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go with, what is your partner's go-to after a long day?
Did I mix those up? Mix them up.
No, I'm about, that's what
I got to write an answer for her.
Yeah, what you
What you think
what
her
you
answer
think her
gonna be?
answer gonna be?
If you don't do that, like maybe like that.
Yeah.
Easy.
So the question was, what is your partner's go-to after a long day? So he's guessing what Diamond is saying. So, Derrius, what was your answer? Go ahead, show us.
Go ahead.
Okay, Diamond, what's the answer?
The bed with a good recorded show.
All right.
Rachel's on the back,
Yeah,
yep.
she going in that room.
Okay, all right. So now we reverse it. Right, he ain't going to the specific, but we gonna give him that. We gonna give him that. The bedroom, straight to the point.
Straight where I go.
You know. But so now we're gonna reverse. So now we're gonna ask Diamond a question. She gotta guess Derrius' answer.
So what's the question again? So
No, it's
No,
not.
yeah,
It's
it's
gonna be
okay,
new
it's
one.
another question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who apologizes first in an argument or disagreement? Face.
shit, all
They.
right. We've been together too long, baby. We messed this up, guys.
We need to go back to therapy.
Yeah, we need to go
All right,
right.
Diamond, what's your answer?
Me.
Okay, what's your answer? Period.
Period.
Me, here
Don't
said
you
my
partner.
I
wife.
am a stubborn Aquarius.
Yes.
Hey, Instagram people.
He was on days.
Weeks.
And yes, we know y'all sideways on Instagram. We have to get the whole frame in. So if y'all gonna be on Instagram, you have to be used to this all season. Unless you wanna come on over to Facebook and get you a good view. Other than that, lock your screen and flip it over.
I ain't gained no weight. I actually lost. I'm just saying.
All right. Now we're going back. Okay. So this is
All
for
right.
Diamond.
You mean for Derrius?
Yes.
Yeah.
For Derrius.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Who is the boss in the relationship?
At the end of it all, who got the final say?
Oh, so that's more specific? Who has the final say?
Who y'all feel like the boss in the relationship? Like who? Not who got the final say per se.
Oh, okay.
Y'all right.
Don't look at his answer.
It was in my head. That was the question.
Okay, you writing a paragraph about this?
I'm nervous about this one.
Okay. So Derrius, what did Diamond say?
She probably said it's both.
What?
It's mutual.
Show it. Show
Oh,
it. What you say? I wear the pants. She tells me what color. Okay, what you say?
I said both, depending on the situation.
I told you.
Period.
Okay.
I know my wife. She's a formidable opponent. She's no pushover.
I let him put his foot down a couple times.
Period.
Let's see. What song reminds you of your partner?
What would Derrius say?
I just played it the other day.
But that's this hard because his interest in music spans all genres.
Okay.
So I can probably give you the artist, but not a specific song.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
I
we
think that
say-
would be fair.
If he said a song he played the other day,
Well, that was a hint. That was you cheating, Derrius.
that's just the artist. I don't remember the
You don't
song.
remember
Yeah, she ain't gonna know.
But the song that I'm gonna put is
Okay. That he would say. I
No,
like
he
this
wouldn't.
game.
I don't.
You write the whole story.
He gotta
I
decorate.
don't know. I
He
might not
decorating.
get this one because that's what I said.
So what's your guess?
I put Jeezy Cause that's what you played. That song you played for me a couple days ago.
No.
Let me see what you write. Yeah.
And then I
You
put
said
I don't
Jeezy.
want to be a player no more.
I don't want to be a
Yeah,
player
That's
no
what
more.
I came. No, I played Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Well,
I
I
miss
guess
you.
It don't matter.
So what's
That don't remind me of you though.
No, that's what he got.
I thought that's what
No,
it
it
was.
Oh, what song reminds you of your partner?
Right.
Oh,
And the other morning you was in the bathroom. You played Jeezy song and you said this is what you listen to every morning.
I do
Right.
listen to G, yeah, but it said remind you. I said I played Harold Melvin in the
But
Blue
that would
Notes.
be
I
you
did.
remind me of me. It was my turn to
Oh,
answer the
yeah,
question.
I'm lost in the sauce. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I messed that up.
It was my turn to
My
answer.
bad. That's
Well,
me.
they solved that problem.
Yeah.
Okay. How many was that?
This
We're gonna do one more.
This is 4. So yeah, one more.
We'll do one more. Then we get into the conversation.
Jesus.
And this one is actually a both of them. Versus this one is.
But he'll have to guess what she's gonna say.
Okay.
What her response would be. No, go ahead.
No, I'm telling you to go like this.
Oh.
On the other side. Yeah. I was trying to tell you before we went live.
I'm like,
We
what?
still here.
But she don't let us go live with something on my
No, I was trying to tell you before that.
I love it.
Wow. We need to be on this show. We need to get interviewed.
If your relationship was a movie, what would the title be?
So what would Derrius answer? Is it?
That's what I'm saying. This one would be.
No,
like,
who do we just do last?
He got to answer. He got to say what I'm about to
Yes.
Yeah.
He got to answer what she would say is the answer.
He should know this.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, he know this one.
Cause
Let's see.
we into that.
Okay.
Let's see.
Absolutely.
50 Shades of Grey.
What you say?
Absolutely.
Okay, they killed that.
Absolutely.
They killed that game. Okay,
That's
round of
our
applause.
relationship.
My nigga.
How you want to do these? You want to?
We can just pull them out the top.
Okay.
Yeah, because they mixed up already.
Okay.
So I'll take those.
Thank you.
Just put those down.
It's actually pretty fun. We gotta
That
add
was
this
fun.
to the game.
I
or something.
know, yeah.
Okay,
Cut this
so
game.
yes. So similar to what we did last season, we have some pre-made questions that we came up with. Nothing is gonna be like deep into y'all business. Basically, just getting y'all opinion and views on different issues in relationships. Not so much issues, but just how to handle relationships and how to approach different things. What else? And then, but I want y'all to tell them a little bit about y'all. Like how long have y'all been together? I don't want to get too deep into it, but just tell us how long y'all been together.
We've been together 11 years, but we say 13 because those 2 years we were just strictly friends.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been together 11 years, married for almost 3 years in October.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So y'all don't. This is not no diamond answer. Derrius answer. Y'all free form talk about whatever y'all feel. We'll add in anything as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
You want to go first?
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. That's funny that that's the first question. How did you meet?
I
saw this on
We've been
Facebook.
talking about this all day. Okay, so now, guys, he's going to give you the part 2.
No, I gotta give him the part 1.
Right.
Everybody-
I didn't see
Oh,
it.
you didn't see? Okay. But you'll get the part 2 tonight because he's been leading y'all on for a while.
Dang.
So we met in college at NIU. All of us met in college.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys might not have known, I used to work at Stevenson, the dining hall.
The mean Steve-O manager.
Yeah, the mean Steve-O manager. That was me. One night, it was a Friday night. It was a closing shift, and her and her roommate came into the dining hall, and they were the last ones to get food.
Mm-hmm.
So they come from the grill, they get their food, and they about to check out. Her roommate spills her food on the damn floor.
Oh wow.
Now, you know how Steve says, when you don't leave the gate, you can go get more food.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pissed because I've been there all day. I'm ready to close.
It
It's
was
time to
all
close the
on
gates.
his face.
I'm just looking like,
He's just
really?
like, huh.
Like, I can't. And I'm like, hey, go get some. You didn't leave the gate yet. You can go get some food. Go hurry up because my people closing. So she was like, she didn't want to go. Remember?
Right, she hesitating. And I'm like, girl, go get this food because he ready to go. He being nice about it. So just go get your order again.
Yeah, so she goes to get the food and she comes back up there and we check out. I'm ready to go. It's Friday. I'm tired. we probably about to go kick it, drink. You know, it's Friday night at NIU. You know, good days. So she gets the food, and that was our first time meeting. And then after that, we started seeing each other on campus.
Especially in Dusaba, because he had a class in the room my class was letting out of.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, in Stevenson, because that's had the best food to me. And so I would see him in Stevenson, so yeah.
And we would, it was kind of funny because when I started really noticing her, like we would look at each other, you know, I used to notice somebody, you like, make the eye contact, then you kind of look away, you try to be smooth about it. You know, you don't want to come out too thirsty or nothing like that. So that's how it was. We would see each other, we would glance. And I remember randomly, this before a Facebook app, y'all remember you had to actually log into Facebook on a web. I get a friend request on Facebook. And I'm like, you know, who is this? Her roommate sent me a friend request first. And then she sent the friend request next.
Not even knowing she sent a friend request, but he caught my eye because he was my preference physically.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, he cute, you know, let me go Facebook snoop and see what that's all about.
Nothing up there, baby. Nothing up there. I don't talk about none of mine. And that ain't the only snooping you did. You did some whole fact checks too.
I did.
Nothing out there, baby. Keep stuff. Keep it all discreet. But yeah, and then she sent me a friend request, and I was like, I don't know where these are coming. Who are these people? And then I'm like, yeah, I wear a name tag. So it's easy to look up Derrius, then you see who I am. And then one Saturday, because I believe it was a Saturday, I was in the office on Facebook at work.
No, it wasn't a Saturday because we saw each other that day in Dusaba with our classes switching.
Okay, but I was at work and she DM'd me.
Period.
She slid in my DMs.
I had no expectations. I didn't know what to expect, what the DM was going to lead to.
Yeah, and that's what I be trying to tell women. You know, you don't always have to wait. Yeah. You know, if you see something you want, she slid in my DMs and slid out with her husband.
Period. But what you say? What was the line? What you saw?
Hi, friend.
It's the friend for me. You know that's the favorite.
It was hi, friend.
Hi, friend. Straight to the point.
But how that happened, I'm a little outgoing now because of college, but I've always been an extra introvert, and I've never been the type to.
Still is.
Yes, I am at points. I've never been the one to go after a guy first or initiate conversation or whatever. So me and my roommate was in the room, we was doing homework, and
homework, damn.
Yeah, I'm a nerd too. And so that encounter we had early that day, I just kept thinking about, like, you know, why did he look at me like that? Like, what is that supposed to mean? And so I was telling her about it, and so I'm like, you know, I do want to DM him, but, you know, that rejection factor is like, you know, I might not do well with that. So I was like, you dare me? And she was like, yeah. And so
you dare me?
And so I just said the hey friend, and he wrote back immediately, and I'm like,
I was on Facebook and
right,
I was
he was
in office.
in the
I was
office
at work.
he was at work.
I was supposed to be working, but I'm on Facebook because
I already know how that is.
I'm a damn good manager at that job. But people knew what to do out there. I didn't have to be out there on the floor.
And so, you know, he was just like, hi, and I was like, you know, how you doing, whatever. And so I guess his break was over, so he was like, well, I have to go back to work. But he was like, text me and put his number in there. Oh, I'm just like, okay, who is this dude? Like, what is going on? I'm like, because I'm like, you don't even know me. Like, that was just kind of, I'm just thinking we would conversate on Facebook for a minute and, you know, whatever. But I didn't text him that night. I don't even think the next day. I waited because I didn't want to be thirsty.
but was thinking about it the whole time.
Right. Like,
because we would see each other. I'm like, damn, she didn't hit me. I gave her the number. I normally don't give my number like that, but you know, I have to think about she threw a line out there. She shipped the DM, so I should, you know, I could throw a line and see where this goes. Because by that time, I had just got out of a relationship, a long-term relationship, so I was still going back and forth with that. That's probably gonna come up in the later. I ain't gonna go into deep in that because it's probably gonna come up and I'm about to explain that. People gonna want to know who that was.
We ain't giving no names.
Nah, but some people actually know who that person.
I'm sure because if they know, they can put two and two together. But Yeah.
And she did.
I sure did.
Can I see my?
You could you looking at it? Could you see
Oh,
yourself in the
I
frame?
was looking to see if we had comments on Instagram.
No, I'm saying, but you
but-
could see yourself in the frame.
Not a whole
Come
lot.
on
I
over.
didn't pay attention to
I
that.
can move over a little
Right,
bit.
I can-
It look a little darker on my side. That's all.
Oh yeah, because I can see you. You are dark.
But I can see.
Chocolate
Yeah.
Fizz and red bones.
My God.
All right,
Girl, I was gonna say, what is this hand in front of the screen?
real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
You could just go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I'll just take them on the next one.
Okay. Were there any areas you feel you had to compromise on for your current relationship?
Oh, definitely. I always say that he has been my indirect teacher because he's my first relationship.
Wow.
That what I would consider a relationship.
Like an
I would
adult
say.
relationship?
Adult
Okay.
relationship, right?
Yeah, I'm your only
Okay, all right.
Niggas don't count.
I'm not the only child, but I'm the only girl. My brother is 6 years after me.
Okay.
And so I ain't never had to compromise. You know, my parents were enough where I had my own, so it's like I ain't really have to share, you know, things like that. Whatever.
She was loved well.
Thank you. That's what we say, right? But I own my spoiledness. So it's like, you know, he tries to be like, you know, tell me no. I don't know what that word means. But, you know, just having to adapt to how he operates, that was quite an adjustment. And I feel like I finally got it after we got married. But, yeah, just, you know, realizing we had similar growing up, but then there was total opposites at the same time. So just, you know, learning from him, and by me being an introvert, I had to study him because he's not an open book. So that was also very difficult. But yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect, you know, but for the most part, from day one, I've learned how he ticks. And he's pretty much been consistent these 13 years. So yeah.
So you would say your major compromise was basically not having your way.
Yeah. Having to put my big girl pants on, or hearing, you know, things that I didn't want to hear.
Yeah.
So, if you know him, he's very honest and brutal.
Yeah.
If you don't want to know the honest truth, don't ask him. But he'll give it even when you don't ask. But, yeah. So, those were my two things in this relationship that I had to, you know, that I had to, you know, work on.
Go, Derrius, what about you?
I would say my wife made me have to face the man in the mirror. As thank you, you fancy, you got all kinds of everything.
She can put hers on.
You know how to really entertain that. I don't know why I sat it back on the phone on the thing. You know I can't do the chance program. I ain't ashamed. You gave me a shot, baby.
Don't put it too close to your elbow though, then you mess around.
Yeah, see, I got on white. Got on spring white. But yeah, she made me face the man in the mirror as I'm more so I don't want to deal with myself. So she saw that I needed help. She was the person that got me a therapist. Got me a therapist, got us a therapist.
Yeah, because we was on the last leg.
Yeah, we were going, yeah, it wasn't gonna work at all. And she knew I needed help. And that was one of the things that I had to face in order to keep her. I had to recognize that this is the person I want. So now this is what I have to do in order to keep her. Wow. So now I got to go through this whole process. And during the whole process, I have to unpack some things that I buried. And that kind of hurts because I have to deal with certain things that I've, you know, put away. But, you know, the journey was ongoing because it wasn't a good place there for a while. And we were just tired, and when she said, "This is what I need you to do," and I looked at her, I'm like, "Yeah, she's worth this." So her helping me find and deal with myself is that was the biggest obstacle. Because I did not want to do that.
Yeah, I
did not want to deal with that kind of pain and hurt.
So you had to be vulnerable.
Had to be very vulnerable, and that was an ongoing thing too because. When you get a person like me to do that, it's gonna be a little bit of resentment towards, because you making me go through this. You're making me relive some things that I didn't want to have to deal with again. You're making me face some people. You're making me have to admit that I was wrong, and I'm telling myself I was right and I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, I had to deal with some things, and I'm still dealing with some things that she has brought me through, but she's also been there to support. She's also been there. She's took the punches, not physically, but she's took those things that I had that I dished out, and I felt hurt, because when you're hurt, you lash out. Yeah. And it's all, you know. And I also had to learn how to share my space, because I like my space. And she told me, you value your me time more than our us time. And I said that was actually true. I like to be alone. That's how I deal with things. That's how I process. I like to go isolate myself, and I don't want to, you know, deal with nobody. Let me work through it. It doesn't work like that with her. We got to talk. You want me to talk. Every relationship I ever been in, I didn't have to do that. They knew, he gonna need a couple of days. I'm gonna leave him alone. Not this one.
That don't work for me.
Not this one. She pulling up, she knocking on doors, she's calling, she's texting. Don't let me not answer. She'll show up.
Period. Pop-up game strong.
Oh no, man, real strong. She showed up 60 miles.
I sure did. I drove to the cab.
Wow.
She showed up.
I was back at home.
Man, that's how you know that something is worth it, especially driving 60 miles. It may not be a lot to anybody else, but that's still some time to drive.
It is.
Because you got to keep yourself motivated on them toes. Like, damn.
No, it's not working out. If I'm mad enough, I'm making it to the cow. But I mean, when he talked about his vulnerability, I mean, even now, so I have to learn how to talk to him, how to approach him. Before we came here, I, had to talk to him, but I have to go to him a certain way, because he'll immediately go into defense mode, and then we get nowhere. Then it's silence for days. That don't work for me. So I had to figure out how to approach him where he'll be open-minded and receptive. And for me, it works with asking him questions. Like, well, why did you do this? And what do you think you could have did better? And then it gets him to thinking. And he like, okay, oh man, I see what you're talking about.
Instead of attacking him, saying, you did this, you made me feel, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. That gets nowhere.
You getting him to tell you what he did to you.
Because he's a thinker. He lives in his head. So if I'm asking him questions, and he like, oh man, yeah. So I'm like, okay. I mean, but that's not victory for me, because it's helping him, to be better for us.
Yeah.
Because the silent thing, that ain't my thing. But with his alone time, when we moved together, I told him it would be a mistake for him to let me get used to my alone time. And now I am. So it's kind of like, when he's in my face, it only lasts for a minute, because I'm like, okay, you can go now. Because sometimes it be too much, because
I like to mess with. I play with, do all type of stuff. She'd be like, could you stop? I'll be like, nah, man, I keep pushing. I'm like the Rick James of this relationship. I am an habitual line stepper. I do everything. I do it all to her. Like, just, she could be laying there, I come through the door, hop right on her.
Wow.
And she'd be like,
and it's not that just having played a factor in him being so used to being to our schedules. Like, a lot of times out the week, we just, hey babe, bye babe, that's pretty much. So date nights and things are very intentional, because we don't get that much time, because when I'm at work, he's off. Yeah. Or he works overnight, then I'm off. So the schedule.
I work overnight no more.
Well, not at night, because by the time he get home at 10:30, 11, 9 times 10, I'm asleep, because I have to work except for the weekends. Yeah. So
it's given that the ultimate compromise is dying to yourself.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm hearing both
every day.
Yeah.
Every day, waking up like, okay, I choose this person.
Yeah.
And with me, we could have a disagreement. I go to bed, wake up, I'm over it. He don't work that way sometimes. So it's like, sometimes I have to put my ego aside, kind of massage his, so we can get back on one accord.
I mean, it comes from like what we learned in therapy. For me, that place, going into that place, is my comfort spot.
Right. That's what he's known.
All I know in all my life is stay in this mood.
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna live. And I was never taught how to express myself. And that's one of the things that I tell people when you're in a relationship. Learn your partner's triggers.
Absolutely.
Learn how to diffuse your partner. and learn, where the line's not to cross.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do those things, it's not going to work.
I hope y'all taking notes because
I mean, we don't know it all.
No, we done. No,
But y'all just give y'all personal experience.
Yeah. Well, everything don't work for everybody, but I mean, at least try it.
But that's why we got a season with 8 couples, so you can hear all different types of experience.
Exactly.
And something may relate to you, like you may pick up like, okay, that's how I am.
And I know we gonna get to that, but like she said, we go on dates.
Yeah.
And I'm more so into, we don't do the same type of dates. Dinner, that's cool. But I like interactive dates. I took her to see, what was that? The candlelight concert.
Oh yeah, the tribute to Rihanna.
Yeah, the tribute to Rihanna. That shit was sexy as hell. Then we went out to eat.
Period.
There's gonna be some food involved, but
we're foodies.
Yeah, we're foodies, and I love to go. But I try to do different dates. We go to different places, and dates is necessary when you're married or in a serious relationship, because I love to see my wife get dressed up.
Yeah. I
want to see her dying. Yeah, go ahead, girl. Put that on. Put that shit on.
Put that shit on.
Put that shit on, girl. Your toes out. I like that.
All right. Should your relationship with your single friends change when you're married?
Yeah. Things do change. I got to go home now. There are certain things that when my single friends, they won't understand because I'm married. When I was in in the game, when I was out there with you, I was able to do things, say things. Now that I'm married, I'm active in church and doing things now. We still friends, but it's just certain lines I'm not going to go past anymore. And if you're really my friend, you're not going to put me in a position where I have to compromise myself like that. Yeah. And most of my friends, they're married. There's a few that's not, but we all have a real good relationship. Okay. So yeah, you do change, and you're supposed to change. And if they're really your friend, they can see the growth. Yeah. And then they'll be like, well, how can I be like that? Yeah. That's how I'm getting there with my friends now. I'm trying to get y'all to join church. But yeah.
Period. That's my goal this year too.
Get one
I
or
need
two
to
of
save
y'all.
some souls.
Yeah, I need to bring y'all with me.
What about you? Have you had to change your relationship with your single friends?
No. Again, I'm an introvert, so I only have a handful of friends.
She's like, I ain't got enough.
So when my phone rings, I know who it is. But one of my friends, she's married. She's been married. Me has been married for 10 years. And then my best friend, we've been friends since we were 7. She has the wife mentality. Okay. And now she just got engaged a couple months ago.
Congratulations.
No, with her, I didn't have to. But even if she was not that way, it's just certain parts of my relationship that just stay between me and him. I don't share everything with anyone, so, and we just have that mutual respect for each other. It's parts of her relationship she don't share, which I understand. But no, for me, I didn't have to switch up how I operated with her because we pretty much are the same person. And sometimes that's to a fault, but yeah, we pretty much the same person.
So I gotta follow up on something you said. You said she has a wife mentality. Tell us more. What's that? What does that look like?
Let's see, that's kind of hard. Her fiance has a son. And so that part by itself is just beyond me. Because I give her kudos every day. I don't know how you... And it's not even her, the baby. He's awesome. The awesome kid.
Love Nick.
Right. Nicholas is an amazing kid. But the other entity, the other parent, Jesus. So just that... She's a very patient person. Very selfless person. Like I said, we don't know everything. But even, she has... some ways that I be trying to talk to her about now being married. I'm like, best friend, that ain't gonna work. You're married, sweetheart. So, we gotta get that together. But just I feel like the selfless part, that's definitely a big part of your marriage. Putting yourself aside, because a lot of times I feel I have to put how I may feel about a situation aside because I know I have to work him a little bit more, to understand maybe where I'm coming from. So, yeah, definitely, she has that. But, yeah, and I had a good example with my mother. Okay. And one thing he told me, like, within a year ago, I saw how my mom operated with my dad. They're divorced now, but she worked outside the house. We always had cooked meals and things like that, and so that's what I saw as a good wife.
Mm-hmm.
And so I brought that into my relationship, my marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and just about a year or so ago, he was like, "I appreciate that, but I'm not your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you saw how your mom did, but I'm not your dad." And I'm like, he's right. You know, I have to, because that's what I saw. That don't necessarily work for him.
Yeah.
Because he cooks, he cleans,
Mm-hmm.
does his own laundry, you know, and the laundry part was different for me because I saw my mom do it, so I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do this laundry. And he like,
All right,
right. So I'm like, okay, and for a minute I'm like, well, that's a part of my wifely duties, like you taking that away from me.
Yeah.
But again, that's what my mom saw, but that don't necessarily work for him.
Yeah.
So it's like learning that too, like what I would do would make him appreciate me. Exactly, right.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Okay. I like those. I like that.
That's good. What has your relationship taught you about you?
I think y'all been tapping on that a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to do a different one?
Unless they feel like they got something different to say,
Yeah.
I will put it back in there if they don't answer it. Y'all gonna answer? Because I feel like they've been talking about that.
If you want to go past,
Go ahead. Let them answer. Okay. Sound like they got something to say. It's like, what have y'all learned about yourself?
I guess I realized that I don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, we touched on it before. He wasn't an open person. I would be on the bus to my science classes, and he just be like, "Well, you need to find somebody else. Like, I'm just not good enough." And I'm like, "But you know why? Like, this was a daily thing." And I'm just like,
I tried to push it away.
Yeah.
He tried every angle.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but what is wrong with you? Like, how do you not, you know, see that in yourself? And that's when I touch on our backgrounds being different. You know, my house was full of love. And so I told him, I said, that's all I know how to give. And, you know, he could have kept going, and it was only so much that I could take.
Yeah.
But I guess I weighed him down at some point. But yeah, I guess I can say that I don't give up, you know?
I damn sure got to communicate a lot more now. Because she demands the communication part, whereas when you go being alone for you saying I, me, myself to we, us together, that's a big jump. So I have to talk, I have to tell, explain this is what I want to do, this is why I want to do it this way. Because one thing you're going to learn in marriage is, as a man, the wife is the best partner to have to go over things, because it ain't just I'm gonna do this and then this is gonna be my way. No, hell no.
Yeah.
No, because I can be wrong, and she might have different ways of doing and how to attack things, because she's just that good. And I'm weak at, she's strong at. So I like to talk, I like to communicate, and I like to get feedback from her before I make a decision that affects both of us.
Yeah.
So communication. Taking myself out of the situation and thinking how she would feel.
Yeah.
Like, I had to learn how to do that a lot, because it wasn't something. And she brings up a good point. She grew up in a household where she saw her mother and father every day together. I didn't grow up in a household where I saw my mother and father interact in a marriage. They were married, but I wasn't in that household with them. So I saw my grandmother. I didn't see very many married couples in my family interact with each other. So that's where we kind of divide at. And it's a good thing, actually, because she brings that to the relationship, and it helps me.
Yeah.
And I can see, her mother's a very good woman. Her father's a very good man. I have a good relationship with both of them, both of her parents. Her little brother, even though I argue with him today, I still love the guy. He's a very good guy. He's up and coming, and he's going places with his life. So my family, my grandmother raised me. I won't take that, into consideration. She showed me love. She showed me affection. She showed me a lot of different things, but there was things she couldn't show me about being a man.
Yeah.
And I had, some people, my father, my uncles, a lot of different people who took interest in me and showed me, and I had to collectively put that all together, and this is what you got.
Yeah.
So it was very rough, and it's still some things I'm dealing with now.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
I whine, but I grow.
We do. And we do.
That was good.
Yes, it was. On cue.
Right,
On
on
cue.
cue.
What advice would you give someone looking to be in your position?
What, married?
That's your opposition.
Shit, look, man.
Looking to be a husband.
You know what? Don't. When I tell millennials all the time, it's more than just that day. That proposal, that wedding, all that shit is a blur. Because that's how you spend all that time getting together. Everybody wants to party, but you don't see. I used to tell my wife this all the time while we was doing the wedding planning. She was planning the day, and I kept saying, baby, I'm thinking about the next day after that, when it's just you and I. Because that's when the work comes. I used to always say that. She said, you need to live, and that's a hard thing I have to do is live in the moment. Y'all think I be putting these Facebook statuses on there for y'all? It's really for me.
Period.
And it's really a lot of stuff that I go through. I put these statuses up, and y'all be thinking, oh, that's deep. No, it's for me to be helped. I need that help. Because men don't live in the moment. We don't. We thinking way ahead of, because that's how we're programmed. So I tell any man that's looking to get married, if you're serious about that woman, if you propose to her or you want to get engaged, y'all need to live together. You know, I know y'all, you know, that old school terminology, shacking. Yeah, that was cool back in the day. But now when you live together and you get married and it don't work out, it costs a lot of money. See, they didn't have to deal with that because the terminology and the things were a little bit different then. They stayed together. I want to stay with this person, so if I'm serious with them, I need to see how they tick. Because you're on your best behavior when you just showing up to her apartment and you showing up to his apartment. You going, you know, I need to see what that bonnet look like in the morning. What that breath smell like. What that toilet seat look like. All that. I need to see what this person is. And you're only going to do that when you're around that person. You know, because everybody can put up a front.
Yeah. Sure.
And I need to know, can I deal with this person for the next 50, 60 years of my life? Are they good with money? Are they good with kids? Can they keep a house? Are they domesticated? A lot of women in our age group are not. They don't know the first thing about it. I ask some questions on Facebook, and I be looking at the answer. I'm like, ooh, geez, you're not going to make it, baby.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to do laundry. You put the clothes in, then, no. I don't know how you do that. I seen one girl, I'll never forget. She cleaned the bathroom, she mopped the bathroom, then she went and mopped the kitchen. Just hurt my whole with the same mop. Then changed the water. I'm just looking like, yeah, baby. I got I holler at you. One of my good people. No, I'm looking like, yeah, all right. I'm gonna go ahead. Don't offer me nothing. But yeah, but like I said, I tell men all the time, like, learn your partner. Learn is this is the person, because most men, you don't need a long time to know if this the person. We really do be knowing.
Yeah. We
play the game with y'all. We be knowing if this person is marriage material or not.
Yeah.
It's the flip side to that, but I ain't gonna give into that. But
what you got for us?
He took my last part. My mom, one of the things my mom always told me is to learn the man you with, and nobody is gonna be perfect. Like, each one of y'all can come into the situation with something. You just have to realize what you're willing to put up with and what you're not. And it's like, always, you know, look at yourself. Like, sometimes women, they have this long list of what they want in a man, but they can't even meet those expectations. And so it's like, just, you know, be real with yourself and be realistic, you know, about what you bring to the table, and have patience, which is something that I'm working on, is my patience. But, you know, have patience with, you know, someone, because we don't know everything. You know, if you stop learning from what the world gives, or even your partner, then something is wrong, because we don't know everything. So you always have to want to be a student in this thing if you want it to last 50, 60
that's
years.
That's key right there, that being a student. That's just a life thing. Like, you have to
always
whenever you're not teachable, then you're never going to arrive anywhere. There's always something to learn.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that you said that. Yes. I love both of those answers. It's y'all see, me and Sequoia ain't even saying much, because we just Taking it off.
Yeah,
They're
no,
not
for
asking no
real.
questions, are they?
Sequoia
No,
Mine.
they're not. But they're not asking anything on them.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to go back and forth, but I can kind of see here. Now that somebody just commented,
I can't
see
see
that.
With the prayer hands.
yeah.
I can't see that. That's too.
It say, hey, oh, that's Dominic, hey. And somebody said, great job. They saying, love y'all, hey, y'all. They just saying, hey, just loving on y'all.
All right. How do you handle conflict in your relationship?
It depends on what the conflict is. Like sometimes, like if we have a disagreement and we can't come to seeing, we kind of take a pause. I believe in taking a pause because if you arguing back and forth, ain't nothing getting accomplished, and you need to take a break. You know, lucky enough, we live in a 2-unit. And that other apartment comes in handy sometimes. We go downstairs, the whole kitchen, 2 bedrooms, bathroom. Well, I ain't gonna go into, but yeah. You know, you need a little space, but eventually you gotta come back and you gotta talk about it. The worst feeling in the world is when y'all having a disagreement and you get in that bed with that person and they move all the way the hell over. Ain't no.
Will not even come to me.
Might not even come in there.
It was always because I saw my grandparents. I would say pretty much my whole life when my grandfather passed, sleep in separate rooms, and I'm just like, yeah, nah, that ain't working. But it's like sometimes that heated argument is like, yeah, us sleeping on separate side of the bed, that ain't even gonna work tonight. Like,
you know, the couch be cool some night,
yeah.
and that's why I be trying to tell people on, like in Facebook. I said there's a flip side. It's always not always roses in marriage. You're gonna have some nights where it's gonna be cold.
Yeah,
it's gonna be vicious. And like I said, we can be in there loving on each other, and then some days we can be Mr. and Mrs. Smith in that mother.
Yeah.
roommates just walking past.
Yeah, just walking past, and we'll move out the way too. Don't even touch.
Like, you good? My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I ain't. You know.
And that's the thing one thing I can say about my wife, even if we're at a disagreement at different odds, she doesn't stop being my wife though. She still does the same. She still makes my lunch. She still does the same thing for me. It's nothing happened. Now we might not talk, but I go in the kitchen, my food right there, and I'm going out the door.
And you know, ain't nothing in
Yeah. You know,
And she ain't trying to do that.
because that insurance papers do get signed, and she know how much I'm worth dead.
Yeah. You got anything you want to add about handling conflict?
I would say like just knowing how to approach your partner. You know, if you know they get defensive, you know, finding a way to talk to them. We've never like called each other out of our names. Like we might yell, but you know, degrading them that doesn't go in there, because even though you're married to them, they may start internalizing that, you know, and you know that's definitely not okay. So yeah.
You know, and another thing that I can say, when you're married and you have conflicts, you keep that conflict inside the house. Nobody needs to know about what y'all going through, what y'all arguing about.
Because you could forgive them and they still be holding on to it. Like, yeah.
And that's one thing I learned about in marriage. I think I said this when me and JT were here. When you get married, you have to accept the fact that nobody's coming through that door to save y'all marriage. You know, people give you all the advice, but when that door closes, it's just you and her. And you all have to work that out. And you have to, you know, come together and find common ground, because if you can't make it past that, what's going to happen when you have a child or something?
Yeah.
You know, and then that becomes everybody so invested in the child, because I put this on Facebook, nothing comes before my wife.
Yeah.
Child, mother, anybody. My wife comes number one. I took a vow at the altar before God for my wife. I have a child. I take a responsibility. There's a difference.
Wow.
My wife, it's his.
Preaching.
I know, right?
My wife comes first. You know, that's just how it rolls. So if I can't show that we're on the same team in front of somebody else, then it's just no. We got to be able. One thing my grandmother always said in front of her kids, her and her husband, they never argued in front of them. They would go in the basement. They would go anywhere. They never argued in front and go, have it out. And my grandmother's a tough opponent.
Yeah.
And my grandfather was a big guy. She wasn't scared. My grandmother ain't never scared. She ain't scared today. She'd say, hey, and keep it moving too.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, just keep that at point that, you know, keep people out your business.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is our last one.
It's number 7.
Okay. This is our last one for them.
Okay. What are your views on parenting and relationships? First of all, I feel like an old person. You see how I had to move that back? Did I say it loud enough? Because anybody
Like kids,
hear
though.
Not yet.
No. But y'all don't have general views?
Yeah.
Views on parenting and relationships.
A whole lot of opinion on
Right.
because
Yeah.
my kids are not playing with you millennial kids. Y'all believe in giving gender choice and all that type of stuff, and I'm not.
So y'all share the same. It sounds like y'all share because she both saying she's saying
y'all
So what's
believe-
y'all general views on parenting?
Well, it starts with us. Like, why I say intentional day nights are important now with our schedules. When we add a child in the mix, it's like, a lot of parents that I see, lose themselves because they're so in their parent and their child, and then it's like, well, I'm still married,
Yeah.
and so just definitely still being intentional with getting us times. My mom is so vested and ready for a grandchild, babysitting, or his mom. We have babysitters on deck when that time comes. But, just making sure that we're good so our child can see, the best versions of us, because I want them to feel all the love that I felt as a child, so because these kids these days, that's what they be looking for, and they're not getting, unfortunately. So, yeah, definitely that. And, like you said, my parents weren't perfect, but I think I came out pretty, a pretty decent human.
Yes.
And so, whooping and discipline would definitely be in the Warren household, But yeah, just, and I didn't get whooped for everything. My parents let it pile up. But, just teaching them right from wrong.
Yeah.
And like I tell them, I said, we're going to have a definite struggle because they're seeing all of this in the world and then coming home and we're teaching them something different. They're definitely going to be conflicted.
Yeah.
So we definitely got to put on our boots to make sure, they know what is right and what's wrong. I mean, that's all we can do.
My good friend, my brother Cornelius, told me that with his children, when we had that conversation, he said, I'll teach my child to understand certain things in the world, but they don't have to accept. You can understand,
Respect it.
you can respect, but you don't have to accept it. And I think I would bring that same philosophy towards my child. Yeah, this might be something that they're doing out there. You understand what's going on, but you don't have to accept. And for damn sure, it's not going to come in here.
Yeah.
Because I go by the pronoun. There's a her, there's a him. This is what you are. Anything else you want to be, it'll be outside of my home when you're grown.
Yeah.
Because in here, we not going to play them games.
Yeah.
We're not going to go for that. And I believe, a lot of this new millennial parenting is you want to be the child's friend. I was raised in a household, I was not my parents' friend at all. I couldn't even sit in grown folks' conversation. And actually, as you get older, you find out that grown folks' business is actually childish.
Period.
Like, when you get old enough and you find out what they was really arguing back in the night, it was childish as hell. They was really the kids. But that's a different story. But I believe that there's a child's place. You want to be the child's friend, and then you see that's why society is like this now. These children out here running undisciplined because the parent is undisciplined.
Yeah.
How can you discipline a child if you're not disciplined?
That's key right there.
I can't go for that. And what helped me, that made me into a structured young man, will be instilled into my child. So my grandmother's 97 years old, born in 1926.
Wow.
And she raised her kids. And she loved on them, did everything for them, and took care of them, and showed them things in the world. But she was not to be tested.
Yeah.
She was not to be played with.
Yeah.
And that's the same. But there was a high respect in that household because not only I knew that was my grandmother and grandfather's. No. What I was about to say is that was my home, but that was their house. That's what I knew. It would that they allowed me to be there. Like most kids get allowances and stuff. I was allowed to live somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't get gifts for getting good grades. That was my job. She said, you either work or you go to school. When you go to work, you get a paycheck. You go to school, you get good grades. So you choose. That's kind of the structure we came under.
Okay.
Well, I was rewarded, for doing good in school and things like that. I was. But I had to earn what I got, though.
Exactly.
My brother, on the other hand, because of our dynamic was changing at the time, a lot of stuff was given to him. So now, as an adult, he's seeing that the world does not work that way. But I don't think it's an issue with, rewarding your child at certain milestones they may reach. Getting good grades, things like that. You don't go all out, buy them a car or anything like that. But, giving them rewards, because I feel like it's a motivation, for them to, want to keep doing, make your parents proud. And you said something about, you didn't say fear, but it's definitely a line between, your child fearing you and your child having a high regard for you. I was a child, I didn't want to disappoint my parents, especially my mother, because I saw, the sacrifice she made and everything she went through, so it was, if it ever was to get to the point where I'm going to tell your mother, all right, you win,
right,
I give up, because I just didn't want to bring that to her on top of everything she already had to deal with. So.
And there's a flip side to that point too, because now I bring that in my marriage. When I see that I've done something to hurt my wife, that hurts me. And I see that look in her face, and when I disappoint her, I do something, and I have to internalize that's a deeper feeling, like, damn, I messed up. And I'm the type of person, I want to fix it right away, and I know that I can't. She has to process, she has to go through her moments, and I have to give her that time. Because as the person I am, I want to fix everything right away.
Exactly.
Even if I didn't.
Yeah,
that's the Aquarius. We want to fix the problem.
Everybody issue.
Yeah. I want to put it all together. It's a gunshot wound. I'm trying to put a Band-Aid on it right away. You can't do it. You can't do that. So,
So how would y'all handle situations in parenting where y'all see differently, though? Like,
I just was telling him the other night is always a united front. Like he said, what Granny and her husband did is like I said, it seemed like our views are similar. I mean, we won't really put them to the test until we have a child.
Right.
But, always have a united front in front of them. Because one of the things I saw my brother did with my parents going through their transition, he played my parents against each other. And so me seeing that is like, no matter what, we have to stay united. Then we go somewhere that's like, all right, babe, you didn't do that right, whatever, or vice versa. But I always have a united front in front of your child. I think it's so important. So important.
And I always give what Joe said. We have a daughter. I don't know about staying married too much longer. I can't have 2 light-skinned women in my life with glasses. I got to make a decision.
Somebody got a paragraph they wrote.
I got to pull it up.
But yeah, I'm not gonna choose. If I have a little girl, that's just a direct line to me. My wife can't touch, can't do nothing to her. That's daddy's girl. She can do no wrong. And then she gonna be the only one in preschool with a cell phone. Direct line. As soon as he hit talk, it's me on the other line. What happened?
A mess.
Where you at?
A mess.
Mommy did what?
Mommy did.
I got to check everybody in the house. That's going
So
on.
he said it's off. All of that is off limits when it comes to his daughter.
I told her, I said, once the umbilical cord cut, we don't need you no more. All your shit in the waiting room, baby. We got me and my daughter gone.
A mess.
A mess.
But if we have a boy, we whip his ass relentless.
Straight out the room.
Right. That's not gonna happen.
I can't have him turning.
My baby.
I can't have a love turning to me, man.
No, you got some good qualities.
Yeah, but
other
you gotta beat the rest of them out. I am no walk in the park. Most people who know me, I mean well, but I don't always do.
Because I always get the question.
Same.
I mean well. I am one of the nicest people in the world.
He's nicer than me.
Yeah, because she's really. I ain't even gonna go into
that.
that.
Pure. Know my heart.
All that stuff y'all might have heard about me in school. Most people who know me real well, my bestie, Ronette, Precious, all them, Charlotte, Dominique, all the people I real was close with, they knew me well. And they always knew that there's certain friends that can call me at 2, 3 in the morning and know I'm gonna get up and go help your ass. What you laughing? What they say?
Come on,
I'm gonna read them all, but Gregory, I'm gonna
Keith?
Yes.
Now.
He said you're an asshole for sure.
Yeah. I breathe.
To the
Where
bone.
my $40 at? You been owing me for about 10
Period.
years.
Why you putting
Can I get my
his
40?
business out like
No, cause that's the joke. That's the joke.
Oh,
It costs 40.
I'm
It
like,
costs 40 to
okay.
comment. Nigga.
Yes.
Kiana said, when you have high respect for yourself, you'll have high respect for others. And I think that should be what we should have started with, teaching our kids to learn and love themselves first.
Absolutely.
Steffi J, I reward my child depending on what it is. I think it's an extra push. Kiana, no, you need that breast milk.
Oh, when you talking about taking the baby,
Thank you. I'll be telling him, let me see how you figure that one out.
Get a wet nurse.
How you figure that out, buddy?
Get a wet nurse, baby.
And Greg said you definitely helped me.
I tried.
Aww.
Everybody who came in conflict, and that's what people don't want to talk about. All the stuff I did that was really good for people.
Yeah.
I still get people still use me as a reference. I ain't worked with these people in about 10. I still give a good. I probably fired your ass. Still give you a good reference. So, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, give them a chance. That's it. That's all they had to say.
Yeah.
I appreciate
So,
that.
do y'all want to add any final words or thoughts? Like y'all want to add anything before we wrap up?
I don't have anything extra.
Man, just know that when you put this ring on, go with the intention that it's forever. You know, divorce is not in our decree. This is who I'm going to be with until God calls us home.
Amen.
And this is who I want to, whatever goes on, whatever path we take in life, I'm happy that I'm traveling with her, you know, because this is my best friend.
Oh, I love
You know,
You're
and
my bestie too.
I know, you my
Well, this was when Steve Harvey show was out. John Hanna was on there, and he said people get married with the intention of thinking they'll change their partner. When you have to get married thinking they're not gonna change. But if you with the right person, they'll make changes so y'all can work.
Yes.
But don't go in thinking you could change someone. I didn't think I could change him, but I wanted to show him his potential.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you trying to get rid of me, but you don't see what you offering. And so I'm glad I didn't give up. So
and when you see the person who's trying to get you, you'll change.
Yeah.
I changed. I thought I wasn't gonna have, but I seen she was worth it. And she made me see what was going on.
I was literally just talking about that with one of my best friends. Just like how, like you saying, like when you love someone and you really want to be with them, you want to change.
Yeah,
whatever you're asking me to do is not a problem to me. It's not about, oh, he's trying to control me or she's trying to control me. Like, no, I'm willing to do that because that's how bad I want to be with you. You know, like, so yeah, like all that other, like those childish mindsets of ain't no man gonna control me, ain't nobody gonna change me. I'm like, that's why I'm just so proud of my growth and where I am. You know, we talk about the wife mentality because I know that's why I was never married, because this is who I am and this is how you gonna accept me for who I am. Like, just not wanting anybody to speak down on what I was doing and how I was doing what. No, I'm gonna find somebody who's gonna accept me how I am. Like, no, there's a lot of growing you have to do, man. There's a lot of compromise you have to make. There's a lot of sacrifice you need to make. And like you said, and that's the true sign of being a wife and being a partner in general. Like how much you're willing to compromise and sacrifice. Like I was listening to a podcast, I think it was Kadeen Duvall.
And
they were just they were talking about right there. And they were just talking about how like they wake up every morning and their mindset is, what can I do to serve my partner?
Service,
you know, like and I feel like that's the way God has set us up, and period, as being human beings. We're all here to serve one another. And when we look at life in that perspective, nobody is lacking. Because everybody's serving. So nobody's without.
What they need.
Exactly.
But that's like learning each other's love language, where my love language is actions. I show you I love you by the actions, my hands, my feet, what I do for you.
Yeah.
My wife's love language, I have to say it. She needs to hear that. And that's why I said that was the hardest thing for me to do, communicate, because I'm like, I'm showing you I love you. I'm doing all this and that, but my wife, the biggest thing my wife ever said, because I would always try to buy her what she would say. I would try to buy things, do things, and she said, I want the things that you can't buy.
Yeah.
Because I can't do that. I'm independent, but I allow him, to be the man. I don't want to have to deal with the struggles and things he have to deal with when he walk out of Club 446 every day. Because it's a lot. So
that's all we know. We don't know what street we
exactly. That's what we call it. But yeah, I don't want, that struggle.
Yeah.
And I know I definitely have to work on, he will always say, when he comes through those doors, he needs peace.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to work on, is making sure our environment, along with being clean, is peaceful. Because I ain't trying to have him go outside, fight, come home, fight, and he want to sit in the car and not come in the house.
I got a lot of friends. I know a lot of people who sit.
Yeah, like, okay, where am I walking into?
You gotta sit in your car for 20 minutes before you come into your own house. I don't want to be that guy. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy.
And Diamond, you said, and I feel like a lot of women would frown on, something you were saying. And I know Derrius talked a little about this when he was on the last season. Like, you stuck by him through his growth, right? And you didn't just throw him away. Like you said, I kept coming at him. I kept challenging him, because you saw his worth and potential. And I feel like nowadays, like, they're trying to teach women to not go after somebody's potential. Don't trust potential. If that's not who they is, then don't be with them. But it's like, how can you, if you're not growing, you're always, like we talked about earlier on, you're always going to be growing. So if you're not willing to grow with somebody, what's it for? And
another factor was because I saw his potential. Like I said, sending that DM, I didn't have no expectations. It just, progressed that way. But getting to know him and know what he experienced in his life, it was another thing. Like, I can't do him like that. I can't replace or undo what he went through, but I can show him that everybody he meets is not gonna do that to him.
I love it.
And so it would take a lot out of me some days, but I'm just like, okay, this gotta pay off, God. Like, it ain't no reason that I just met him out the blue. Yeah. And so, it has definitely worked out. We 13 years in. Exactly. So it's like, and it's not always flowers and roses like he say, but every day is like, okay, we gonna do this. Yeah. And it's like, when I know I've done something to him, every morning he says good morning, no matter what. If it's a morning he has it, I'm like, Lord, what did I do now? Like, what did I say? What did I do? Whatever. And so that's why I tell myself, because I've had to study you because you wasn't an open book, I'm like, I be offended when I know something wrong with you and you like, ain't nothing wrong. It's like, so you playing in my face. Like, don't play in my face. It's like, if you need time and you're like, okay, babe, I'll open up when I'm ready. Cool, I'll give you that time. But don't be telling me it ain't nothing wrong with you when I know it is.
Exactly.
See, because she does study me. I can give y'all a story right now. Like, I was going out one night, and, I'm getting dressed in the room, and she just in the bed watching us show. I'm thinking she not paying no attention. I'm getting fully dressed. I told her I was going with the guys, but I went over there to the dress and I put on cologne. She like, how many bitches gonna be there?
Period.
Cause she's like, I'm like, what you talking about? She said, you normally go with the guys, you don't put on no cologne. That's real. She looked at me. I'm like, I put on some good shit too. I'm like, no, I'm not even thinking. She ain't blinked. Not even. She like, how many women gonna be there? I'm like, damn, that's studying.
Right.
You like, block it out there.
Right. Yeah, I said it already.
You already said it. It's already out there.
Like, that's what she said. That's
right.
Like, I'm like, okay, that's studying. That's when I'm thinking she not paying attention, but she's paying attention. Yeah. And y'all are good at that, like the Terminator. Y'all just sizing everything up, every movement. I think my wife know my car door slam.
I do.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. His trunk slam. I hit the car and the trunk. And like I said, a lot of times I'm half asleep. When he walked through that door at 11 o'clock, then I go to sleep. But if I don't hear the car or the trunk and his beep, I'm calling like, you alright? Like,
she video calling. She ain't calling. She video calling.
Sometimes I do depend.
She want to see where I'm at.
Depending on the time, it's like.
Because sometimes I hang out after work and I be talking to my coworker. Like, one night I was there so late, she video called and she saw the back. You still at work? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to bed.
Right.
I'm trying to greet you when you coming in.
Right. Like, because when he comes in, that's the first thing he does. And it's like, okay, it's 11:30. Like, where you at?
Yeah, I come through the door and she in the bed. I go in there, I kiss her, and I rub her foot, her feet, whatever. That's my way of I'm home. Yeah. And if she's in the mood to chit chat for a second or she's up, then we talk. But if not, I go back in the kitchen. I might be on my phone because I don't go to bed right away. I stay up till about I gotta wind down. It's 1 in the morning. Then I come. I might go downstairs, play the game, do whatever, and then I come back up. So and then when she gets up in the morning, she getting ready to go to work, and I might not have to be there. I walk and make sure she gets to her car, and I'm looking out the door, probably standing there naked. But yeah, that's how it is. But
right. But we probably almost done. But one last thing he said, I've never been a woman that's like, okay, he can go out and do what he want to do, but at least he coming home to me.
Yeah.
Like I've never been that woman. But when we got married, it was some kind of security that just came over me. That is like the things I would trip about when we were married or engaged. It don't faze me anymore because I trust him. And like I said, because now he's vulnerable and he respects my feelings and things like that, I just feel like it's a conviction on him that's not going to allow him to do things. Because he don't want to hurt you. Exactly. Yes. So when we got married, it was just a security that is like...
I love it. And that's marriage. That's what marriage is for. That seal. The seal was the deal.
And he pretty much a creature of habit for the most part. It's like... any time of the day, I have an idea of possibly where he is. So it's kind of like...
But she don't ever want to hang out with me because I be wearing out.
Oh, no, yeah. He be in the street all day.
I be in the street all day on my off days.
Another hilarious thing.
I be out.
I be having her. We finna be out all day on Saturday.
And then we be out. He ain't feed me. I'm like...
I don't eat.
It's 2 o'clock. I haven't ate yet. Like, what are you doing?
I took her on my off day. We went to the gym. I took her to Sam's, Walmart. We went to another Sam's because they didn't have what I want. We went to the dry cleaners. By the time we got home, it was 3-something. We left the house at 7.
So now I go to the gym with him, but I drive my own car. I say, I'll see you at home.
Because I'm gone. I'm in the street, baby.
But it's him saying, I'm in the streets, but he listed all of these errands.
But that's
I love grocery shopping.
But that's
in the streets would mean something totally different.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, wow, this is our life now.
Exactly.
We were just talking about how we day party people. If you telling me something start at 9 o'clock and I ain't already outside, I'm not getting out of my bed.
But
off my couch.
Don't y'all remember we used to pregame at 10, 11 o'clock at night? Man, we used to be elite going into a rec party at about midnight.
Exactly. Like, no way.
9, 7 o'clock, you like, shit.
In the bed.
If you ain't told me somebody said, I didn't already plan how my evening finna go. I'm finna watch this Netflix. I'm finna, I'm chilling.
Y'all put that bonnet on.
That's right.
That bonnet is a sign.
If I'm in my robe, it's over.
If I take these shoes, I'll put them slides on the basketball shorts. Homie.
The first thing I do when I get home is wash my hands and get in comfortable clothes.
Yeah, that's why I said in the bed. She's getting to that bed.
If I'm in my comfortable clothes, it's a slim chance you just missed me.
No, you definitely missed me if I didn't change.
For sure.
So I have a question for you two. So do you guys want to get married?
Yes. That's the goal. That's the path I'm working towards right now, actually. If I could tell my own business, I guess. Like, I'm actually putting myself through my own personal, like, wife training. Even though I'm not in a committed, like, a actual relationship, I'm committed to someone.
Okay. All right. I'm about to say.
Relax! He was about to beat me up.
No.
She's trying to keep it.
You're right, baby. Check me.
My rubber band popped them. But so I'm like in this, like I said, I'm past the mentality of feeling like this is who I am. It's like, okay, really taking heed to the things that I'm hearing from the man that I'm dating. And being willing to make adjustments to prepare myself. And even if ultimately I don't end up with this person, like, I want to be able to make the adjustment so that I can be someone's wife one day.
So
the goal is to be with him, though. Hey, babe, if you listening, you watching,
So if you saying that you're in training, like, do you have a relationship with other married couples? Like,
yes, I do, and I actually have a wife mentor.
Great.
I'm not even dating right now, so.
But that don't mean you won't want it.
I mean, that's not that I don't want it, but right now, my focus, and I say this a lot, but my focus has really been me because I'm getting back to a space that I've been away from for a very long time, so that's where I am.
I think both of y'all are worthy to be wives.
Yeah,
I watched y'all come a long way.
Oh, thank you.
I remember, man, your children made me feel old. Your son, Jesus. And there's a lot of good women that I have as friends that, man, I know would make incredible wives. That I follow my homegirl. Like I know I mentioned her last time, Sheena Shaw.
Yeah. My sister.
Yeah, she's good people. It's a few other ones that I want to name, but you guys, I really want to see y'all walk down that aisle.
And I'm gonna make sure you there.
Yeah, I want to be there.
Yeah.
Cause I'm giving gifts. Y'all know I give gifts.
Yes, he bought some chicken tonight, y'all.
Again, you know how hard it was to get that damn chicken.
We called like 20 times.
It was hard as hell to find some chicken, but I believe
so we made it happen.
I don't show up nowhere empty-handed. Y'all invited me in, and I don't never want to come empty-handed.
And there's nothing wrong with therapy.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong.
I've been in therapy since undergrad. Yeah, and I'm like Derrius. Like the first time I went to therapy was because somebody I was dating. Mm-hmm. You know, and ever since then I've been addicted. Like, how can I get in therapy?
It is. And when we graduated from therapy, like a couple months after we got married, and we was sad. Like, what you mean?
Because I kind of like this lady. I like
who we gonna talk to?
Shout out to Miss T. Yeah, and we did premarital counseling with our pastor before we got married. Mm-hmm. And even he's a teacher and a preacher, so a lot of stuff that we learned with him, it kind of had us stuck. Like, wait, what?
Shout out to Antioch Strong, man. I love y'all. My kids, I'm in the youth church, man. I love them kids. I'm giving back to those children.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Y'all still ain't brought them report cards. I promise y'all, $50 a piece. Ain't nobody brought them report cards.
So you do reward for grades?
Yeah.
Just not your own shit.
Yeah, just not my own. I'm giving a scholarship this year.
What? Do that with my son. My son will be, he's a junior. He's going into the senior year.
You got to join Antioch.
Right.
You
we
come
doing
out
it
church.
Oh, okay. Got
I've been doing it for about, I think 5-6 years now.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I said this year I'd probably do 500.
Yeah. My son, I feel like my son will be a legacy, though. I feel like he's going to end up at NIU. Because he has a program through the district in Rockford where they give full rides.
Oh, really?
And as long as he has a certain GPA, he's not really into sports. Okay. He's going to go into engineering. He's a gamer, big. He wants to do entrepreneurs. He wants to do all of that stuff, and but he's like, but I know I need to have a degree. I need to have something to fall back on, something to be strong. Yeah. But he really wants to own a business.
I'm with that because when it's time for him to graduate, that's just another way to get Pizza Pros. I come up there.
Period.
Some salsa.
That's what I'm saying.
I need an experience. But what's funny though, we'll drive up there anyway. we literally drove to the cabin, drove back to get food.
Yes.
That's $60.
We got some last minute comments.
Yeah, I was trying to see if it was anything going on Instagram because for me it just shows people that joined.
Okay.
I didn't see no comments.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, Christine Durkins.
That's my mom.
I'm gonna say that sounds familiar.
Right, okay. You guys did great. Well, you guys did great. Love y'all the best. Daughter-in-law. You're the best daughter-in-law ever, and going to always be my one and only daughter-in-law.
I love you.
That's another one waiting on the grandbaby.
Hello.
Need the grandbaby bad.
Yeah. Kianda said, very proud of you, Kenyatta. Growth is amazing.
Thank you, sister. That's my big sister.
Vanessa said, we at the club, Sam's Club.
Period. Yes.
Is that Vanessa B?
Yeah.
Girl,
hey, Vanessa.
You another one of the people I can't wait to see walk down that aisle. Yes. I was hoping with certain individual, but I love.
She good people.
You real good people. You always good with
love
me.
Nessa.
I'm there. I'm cutting the check.
Yeah. And then Leah Ross.
That's my mom. That's my mommy.
Hey,
my baby's awesome.
Hey, girl. Hey.
And your mom said good night to you all. It's my bedtime. Love y'all.
Yeah, we closing up anyway.
Love you too, mom.
Yes.
And Nikki Murray Jones.
Oh, that's from church.
Yeah, that's from church.
Yes,
and then Vanessa, thank you, friend.
It's the support. It's the support.
I know.
For me.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
But y'all did a great job. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for coming and not being nervous. Thank y'all for sharing y'all business. Like, I hope y'all felt safe and,
man, you created like Club Shay Shay. This is a safe environment to tell the truth.
Plus, he be putting his bits on Facebook anyway. I see everything he posts. I just let him have his moment.
Period.
Yeah.
So, yes.
This is a safe space for men and women, married, single.
Thank you, Darius. Thanks for
this is good, man. This is great. I feel comfortable coming. I hope to come back one day.
Yes. So, we'll be back next week with our second couple. So, we'll put them out on Monday, who that is. But we're excited. And just to be clear, like, every couple is not married, but like I said, couples that we admire, just different things about them. And we want to hear their stories and we want them to share it with you. So we look forward to the rest of the season and growing together. You want to add anything?
Yeah. No, just the last comments. TT said, lovely couple.
Oh, that's my sister.
Yep.
TT?
Oh, thank you.
And last JT said, shout out to the wife for the understanding FB comics.
And shout out to them for coming matching, y'all. Y'all can't really see their sweaters, but they sweaters say
Go
hard. And they got their matching J's on. Like,
this was his idea with
cute.
shopping.
That's so cute, though.
Yes.
That's how you know he's investing.
Exactly.
I don't
He told us
do
on
that.
what we wear.
I don't do the matching at all. I don't know.
so we gonna log off because we got some chicken to eat.
Yeah.
So deuces.
Bye.
Love y'all.
You don't accept that. I ain't nothing.